Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us this morning. At 9 o'clock a.m., we will close our social media and continue on Zoom only. Join us by getting your Zoom link at elizabethvisionaryconference.org. We'll be there until 10 a.m. You can join us now, and we'll see you in the Elizabeth Zoom room. Today, your hosts are Nawili Griffin, Lillie B., and Ayana Blair. Enjoy.
Good day, everyone. This is Nawili. What a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. It's our run time, RUN. I have my lovely team with me, Yana, as I call her, and Lillie B. And we
Hey,
have a
y'all.
wonderful guest today, Nikki, who I met in New Orleans when I was there in July, and I just took her into my heart, and she accepted me into her heart. So we're gonna have her on today. I'm not gonna keep yakking because I will. I'll be, oh, I love her, I love her. She knows I love her. So, Lillie, do you want to chime in, or Yana, with a opening word before we keep it going?
Well, if we're doing an introduction, I like to do my introduction. Is she getting ready to talk now or not yet?
No, not
Okay.
yet. We're gonna
Well,
do a
I'll wait.
okay. So
But
glad.
welcome. We are so happy to have you. Can't wait to hear. Can't wait to hear, honey. Baby, tell us something.
Miss
Yes.
Yana, would you like to chime in? Thanks, Lillie.
No.
Okay, Yana, are you chiming or you're chilling?
Yes, I would like to say Korean rising to everybody. Mama Hekaru, how are you? Hello, Miss Nikki. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And a special grand rising to everybody who comes and visits on all the other social medias. Um, I share today.
Right?
Today.
Yes.
Today. Are we
So,
doing a reading this morning?
yes, we are. I have my favorite book,
So
Daily
excited.
Om, and we're gonna do a brief meditation. So I'm gonna be just kind of going through the book.
Yay.
And since we're gonna Nikki's gonna chime in about this wonderful season called fall or autumn. I just want to put send
My
out to
favorite.
everyone or charge one word that describes this fall or autumn season for you. One word.
Joy. It's my favorite
Favorite.
time of the year.
Joy.
Yes.
Okay. Queen Aduni.
Oh, orange.
Yes.
Orange.
Ashe today. Yes.
Amber fires.
Miss Evelyn.
Faith.
Faith. Ashe today. Yana.
Embers.
Ah, embers. Okay. Ashe.
Mhm.
Hey. Mama Het.
Let's see. What was the question?
One word that describes
Describe
your
autumn.
feeling tone about autumn or fall that we call
Colors.
colors. Ashe today. Um, my word is harvest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No,
Nikki.
really, we weren't in the same. my
Ah,
brain, my brain saying harvest. Like it was just like harvest. This is my favorite time of the year, y'all. Y'all got to excuse me. Let me mute me.
okay. And Nikki.
For me, it would be release.
Release. Ashe today. And I just am really giving thanks because being a Cali girl, this is the first time I'm really, since being younger, aware of the seasons and that there is a shift, there is a change besides the temperature dropping. So I'm like really excited to experience it and see how I flow and navigate. I'm still on my surfboard because I'm a surfer. So I'm still surfing, but I'm surfing in the fall. So I'm just excited to see what that's gonna unfold as. All right, so I'm just gonna keep going through my book and see what our reading is. All right, why me? Pity party. We all have days when bad things seem to outweigh the good, and we begin to think that life is not fair. We get stuck in traffic, which makes us late for an important meeting, and then our car gets towed. We might ask ourselves, why me? Events such as these can test anyone's ability to be grateful and feel optimistic. If you have a tendency to feel sorry for yourself, and many of us do sometimes, things usually progress to the next stage, the pity party. You begin to feel like the innocent victim of a dismal fate because you're seeing your life through inaccurate lenses. Hey, wait, hold up. I got to get a pair of glasses.
Oh, God.
Okay. Dude.
Good.
All right. I'm seeing through these glasses. I hope I can still read. To inaccurate lenses. So I'm putting on my rose-colored glasses. Most of the thoughts that run through your mind at times like these are not helpful, and they mainly serve to increase your indignation and sense of powerlessness. What these feelings and thoughts do not do is change your circumstances or make you feel better. When you have a terrible day, there should definitely be a time and place to experience your feelings so that you can process them. It's important not to pretend that you are fine with things when you are not. Dive deep into that. It's important not to pretend that you are fine with things when you are not. I just want to sidebar. I remember in my life a lot, I used to say things were okay. And then one day I really looked at that word. I was like, what does okay mean? I was giving up my power. I was feeling powerless. And yeah, so that just brought that to mind. That was a sidebar, y'all. Thanks. It is so important, however, to notice when you're having a pity party. It's a good idea to set a time limit in which to fully express your emotions and not to feel guilty, be ashamed, or judge yourself. Having a friend witness you during this process can be helpful. Yeah, call a sister friend, call somebody. You may also want to write about how you feel. When your time is up, let go, release the negativity you just expressed. You can declare your intention to your companion. If you have written down your feelings, you can burn the piece of paper and throw it in the recycling bin. I shade today. Try not to dwell on unpleasant experiences and do everything you can to avoid holding on to negative emotions. When you indulge in self pity, you only make a bad day worse. Try to stop feeling sorry for yourself. Release the notion that you are in any way a victim and notice the good that exists in your life. Does that ring true for any of us? Of course, like Iyanla says, if it rings, it not for any of us evolved sisters. But if you know a friend, send that message out to her right now. Okay? Okay. Okay. Oh, I see Miss Evelyn going. She's really blessing herself, y'all. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. All right. So we're going to, I'm going to ask you guys to close your eyes. I'm taking off the rose-colored glasses and embodying it inside, to close our eyes. And just in this moment, to just know how blessed we are, how grateful we are, and center ourselves into that still small, that place within us where we hear the still small voice, that voice of our divine teacher, our guardians, our guides, our angels, the Most High, and our ancestors, all speaking to us, all coming into cahoots for our highest and our best. They are loving us, healthy, wealthy, whole, and complete. And we accept it in this moment. And I'm going to lead us in this guided meditation. It's called Sky Blue Healing. And let's take a deep breath through your nostrils and breathe in more. Out. And we're doing nostril breathing because this expands our lungs even more fully. Also helps us to release those toxic things that have been settled at the bottom of our lungs. So, and this being the season of autumn, it is our season of the focus organ is the lungs and the large intestine. So with the eyes closed, this hearing and sensing that all is well, sitting comfortable, your palms facing upward in a receptive posture, whether you're sitting or lying down. And we're going to imagine the color of the sky on a sunny day, or autumn, spring, summer, whatever day, a sunny day. Imagine that color, feeling, sensing, and knowing that color is just resonating in your crown and down through your entire chakra system, all the way to your feet. Imagine that same color becoming and knowing that it is a bubble around you. It becomes your healing light. And knowing that that bubble around you is your healing light, that beautiful blue that you are envisioning. Inhale in. And exhale, just feeling that blue healing light. And imagine an opening at the top of your head. And so every time we're going to take a breath, we're going to invite this color into our body, pulling it in with our breath. And inhale, imagine it coming through that opening in your head. And as you exhale, feeling it just dissipate all and rotate and just navigate through every cell, every organ in your entire body. And again, inhale in the blue light through the opening in your crown and exhale it. Nice, slow, deep exhale. Now we're going to begin to place that blue light in our abdomen. And imagine that our abdomen, the pelvic region, is like a bowl. And let's inhale and let it fill into that bowl. Inhale through the top of our head, the blue light trickling down into the abdomen, filling it, that pelvic region, and just holding that light in the pelvis. And breathe in a little deeper. And exhale, feeling it again. Just wash over us into the pelvic area, into that bowl. And this time, when we inhale, when we exhale out, we want to really exhale powerfully so that you even hear the sound coming out of your nostrils. And exhale. And inhale. Keeping the mouth soft and relaxed. Exhale. And again, inhaling. Beautiful blue light. Exhale. And once again, inhaling. Exhale. Into the pelvis. And inhaling. Slowly exhale it out, filling that bowl of the pelvis. No. To the crown. Exhaling it all the way to the root into our pelvis. And inhaling through the crown, feeling it touch our third eye chakra, feeling it touch our throat chakra, feeling the blue light in our heart chakra, into the solar plexus, into the sacral, and resting into our root chakra. And placing your palms atop your navel. Let's inhale. Feeling the belly rise, the hands are rising up on our abdomen, our belly region, and exhale. Once again, inhale. Keep inhaling, inhale, inhale, and exhale. And once more again, inhale. And exhale. Rest your palms at your lap, facing open and upward. And we're just going to repeat a mantra. You can repeat it um, as you can. I know you guys are muted. So the mantra is, healthy am I, happy am I, holy am I. And when we say holy, we mean whole, perfect, complete, as is. And inhale, on the exhale, we'll repeat the mantra. Healthy am I, happy am I, holy am I. Healthy am I, happy am I, holy am I. Healthy am I, happy am I, holy am I. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale and stretch your arms up. Open and close the hands, and exhale. Expand, open, allow. Arms out to the side. Your auric field, your imagination, your inspiration, your motivation, your protection, all expanding, all growing. And inhale, stretch the arms up and gently shake them out. And so it is. All right. All right, that was our appetizer. So now we could get to the meal. So Lillie, good morning. Blessings, good day. Miss Juanita.
Hey, Mama
Yay.
Juanita.
Grand Rising, Grand
Grand
Rising, my
Rising.
sisters.
Happy
Great.
Thursday, Star.
Happy Thursday to everyone. God bless you.
Happy Thursday. Hey,
Thanking
twin.
God for
Grand
you.
Rising.
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
So I'll tell my short version of the story. So I met Nikki this summer in July in NOLA, New Orleans, which is her home. And I was there for a line dance event with my niece who lives here. And she was one of the vendors. And I discovered her walking the halls in between sessions, and she had Irish or sea moss. And I was like, woo. And she had shots available so you could get your shots. And that was one of the days I truly needed a shot. And so, I didn't want to be greedy. She had them in a nice bowl, her nice display. So I took one. I think she let me have a couple. And she was like, I was like, are you going to be here every day? In my mind, I'm calculating. I can come back tomorrow. I can come back later. And she was like, yes. And her energy, you see her beautiful smile, was so inviting, so loving, so warm. I immediately decided she's going to be another one of my spirit daughters. I was taking her in because I don't have a girl. I don't have a daughter. So we just vibed and we talked and we shared and laughed, and it was just magical. It was just wonderful. It was divine. I knew that the creator had brought us together. And so, of course, in my mind, I'm thinking, Elizabeth, she needs to be with us. She needs to come on board. So I don't want to wear her down. I don't want to overwhelm her because you guys know I can be kind of animated. And so, but I wanted her to know I really wanted her to be a part. And so finally, everything aligned, divine timing, and the time is now today. So I'm going to let Lillie, and I want to thank you so much, Nikki, in advance. And I love you. I appreciate you. I give thanks for you. And so Lillie, if you'd like to say anything, or Yana, before we allow our
Well,
beloved to speak.
Ayana, did you want to say a little snippet of her, or should I just do my introduction?
It's up to you. We're going to flow. Let's just
All
go.
right. Well, without further ado, Miss Nikki King.
Yay.
Welcome. Woo!
Greetings, queens. Let me just say the energy that is on here is something that I am super grateful for. And I haven't received energy like this in a long time. And so I am grateful for that. I'm glad that you all got me up out of my bed, because I'm not gonna lie, I was just like, ooh, Thursday I'm sleeping in, Thursday I'm sleeping in. And then it was just like, no, you're not. So, but I'm so glad that I didn't sleep in. I'm so glad that I didn't sleep in. I'm so glad that this opportunity was given to me, because divine timing is something that I am so aware of. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And so let me just show you how divine timing just goes. When I'm gonna call her my mother. When my mother asked, are you going? Because that's what I looked at. When Miss Nawili came to me, and she was just, I don't know if it was the locks, I don't know if it was her rich skin. It was just like, oh my gosh, she is beautiful. And then she just had this energy about her. And mind you, we were at the line dance and everybody had just a little energy I'm not used to seeing. But it was just like, oh my gosh, yeah, just like she took me in mentally, I mentally took her. And like, so, when my mother asked me, can you, you want to be on the show? Are you ready? I'm so glad, because if she would have asked me in July or probably even August, I wouldn't have been ready. So for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm ready. And then she's like, okay, what are you going to talk about? I'm just like, there's so much I can talk about. I can talk about sea moss gel and how we should take our nutrients and this and the third. And I'm just like, for some reason, the fall. And so to receive the flyer and see the background, it was just like, oh, this is so beautiful. I love it. And I connect with the fall, and I love how immediately the thought was the seasons, and that's the mental I had. I had the mental of the fall as far as, the window was up when I was contemplating on when I was going to think. I don't know if y'all can hear my wind chimers, but the chimers was really going, and I'm just like, the season is changing. I'm in a season of change. And then I'm just like, okay, so the fall is definitely it. And I feel like we really forget that sometimes, just like the seasons change, that's how we are. We have our seasons. Some of us forget that we are seasonal. Some of us forget we're not robots, and we just can't be on a go, 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 go. I feel like we as women, we're natural nurturers, and we're natural. I got this. I got that. I'm going to be there. But we have to keep in mind that there is a season, and if you do not operate in that season, there becomes a disconnect. There becomes a confusion. So I want to correlate the fall with a fall, because just like the season of fall, I compare it to a fall in life. If we were talking about a fall as far as energy, right before a fall, there's a whole lot of energy. And some of the things that I think about is in business, right before the fall in business, you usually have a high season, which is usually called the busy season. At a restaurant or a hotel, it's called a high volume. During high volume, you just expect a lot of things to happen. During trading and stocks, it's bullish season. That's when things are going up in the market. During the sports, it's a winning streak. The energy, it's a lot of energy. Everybody has the energy. And for a mother, it's who's expecting, she gets a whole lot of attention when during that time. Everything, she has a natural glow about it. Her breasts even are a little perkier. You know what I'm saying? It's the energy. And then what happens? A transition. Before, let's give another example, a child. When does a child usually fall? A child usually falls right before being very, very stimulated. Running, boom, a fall happens. Or they're jumping on something. Boom, a fall happens. Before an event, a child is really excited. And then when does the fall happen? Usually after the event. It looks like it's time for bed. So we are always in a transition, but when it comes down to the seasonal transition, we need to be mindful that our lives should be looked at as seasonal. And when we look at our lives as seasonal, we won't get caught up in the actual fall. So what does the fall actually look like? In business, slow season. I'm talking, for me, it's summertime, because with sea moss being packed with nutrients and boosting the immune system, everybody wants it during the winter time. Where my nutrients at? The flu season, COVID, it's winter. The children, it's and then what happens when the summertime comes? Ain't nobody thinking about nutrients. For a restaurant, it's downtime. Very, very slow. When does that usually happen? Sometimes during the summer. In trading, it's a bearish season compared to a bullish, when the market is going down. In sports, off season. For a child, like I said, after an event, it's nap time. And for a mother, when is it? Postpartum. So when the season changes, it gets really rough. But think about it, right before that, it's energized. Think about the fall right now. everybody's feeling good. Everybody wants to be outside. Everybody is pumpkin spice in the air almost. And then when the actual fall happens, right after that fall, everything slows down. What are you doing during that fall season? Are you complaining? Because to hear the reading of the day, talk about divine timing. You all were thinking, oh, she was just going to talk about the fall season, not the actual fall, not the actual action of falling. But even in the reading, it's just a subtle reminder. Are you having a pity party during your fall time? For a business person, are you taking that fall time to complain and be depressed and compare yourself to other businesses? Or are you plotting? Are you preparing? For a mother during postpartum, are you being anxious? Are you allowing your hormones to take over? Or are you being still? After a child falls, what do we want to do? Calm that child down. So why do we live life like we're not in season? Why is it that when we really have those tough times, it's just like, what is going on? And we allow the negativity sometimes to really overwhelm us. I found myself, I am such a light. I am such a light. And I received that. I didn't realize I was a light growing up. I grew up in a family of 6. We were like the Brady Bunch, but the only difference was like my mother and father are still together. So we all came from the same parents. But with the having 6 children, it wasn't always give you that undivided attention. You know, it was collective. It was, you were looked at as a whole, intentionally, subconsciously or consciously or subconsciously. So for my light, it was really just like it's really unique. I am a very unique being. If you see me and you see my family, I am very, very unique. So I'm starting to learn, Nikki, you have a light about you. Let it shine. So I understand that I'm a light. People gravitate to me, the good and the bad. Okay, that's what happens to the light. You attract it all. You must be mindful. So I say all that to say the high volume, the energy from the light, and then I have my moments too where it's just like, what's going on? When I allow the negative thoughts to kick in, when I allow the selfish thoughts to kick in, when I allow it's not about me to start really arising. And we all have those moments. We all have those moments. So during your fall season, check yourself. Check yourself. Checking yourself looks like stillness. Checking yourself looks like you don't have to answer every phone call.
Yes.
You have to listen. Checking yourself looks like spending a lot of personal time by yourself. Checking yourself, observation. Why are you feeling the need to share everything with everybody and just no? Calm yourself. So that way, and prepare yourself. Don't just sit there. No, prepare. Because when you sit down and you're quiet for a long time, you start hearing. You start really hearing. When I was young, I used to think people was crazy when they said that. Like, what you mean you start hearing? You can't hear anything. It's silent. But now that I'm older, I'm realizing I love the silence. I hear so much. So now I'm preparing. Now I'm creating an execution plan. Think about it. During the winter time when it's slow, who's outside harvesting? That's honestly when the bill kind of goes up, because we watering the plants in the sun, the summertime where the rain was doing all of the watering. That's not happening. So we're planning. Be in a season of planning, of stillness, of calm time, instead of destruction and chaos and what's going on. Don't you get aggravated when a child falls and it wasn't that big of a fall, and then they just cut up even more? Like, sometimes we have that with ourselves. And just like the reading of the day said, set a time where you want to have a pity party with the understanding that your frequency is contagious and everybody else who you surround yourself with is going to feel that frequency, which is another reason why you should be calm into yourself. So that way, when the winter is over, what comes? Spring, summer, the time where it's just like, all right, y'all, I had my meltdown. I'm back. That's the time where you answering phone calls. That's the time where you should be a little more talkative. Yeah, I was going through some things I didn't want to feel the need to express and share with everybody. It wasn't, no. So I want you all to be mindful of how you respond during the fall. Be mindful of how you naturally adjust your mind to the transition of life. Be mindful that everybody you deal with, everyone you come in contact with, every spirit you come in contact with, from a spiritual being to even animals, is going through a season. Mm-hmm. And we need to be mindful of how we adapt and also of how we treat people. Because you never know when your children are going through a fall season. You never know when your sisters and brothers may be going through a fall season. You never know when a neighbor. You really never know, because we do such a good job. We are on social media doing such a good job of showing what? Springtime, summertime in our lives. I'm not talking season, I'm talking lives now. We do such a good job of just posting the good, the good, the good, the good, the good, the good. So when we go through a fall season, it's just like, I'm going crazy. Why are you going crazy? And why are you just not feeling like you're going through a transition? Why are we teaching our children? When your child is or your grandchildren are really, sit back and pay attention. You're going through a season. For women, for a female, sometimes it's ovulation. Sometimes it's menstruation. Sometimes
please allow me.
It's past that. Sometimes we don't even talk about it, but we don't talk about it. We actually make it a taboo, but sometimes it even looks like menopause. Sometimes it looks like postpartum. I just had a child and my body is going through so much and I don't know how to respond to it because it's such a taboo topic. Everybody is going through a season. Everybody is going through a change. And until you recognize that it's not just about you, until you recognize that it's literally just a season, it's a choice. And so in conclusion, I want to remind you to journal. That's the easiest way to realize what season you're in, because it allows you to start navigating certain seasons. I had to realize I journal a lot. I'm an advocate. I see a raised hand. Does that mean it's a question? I'm sorry.
Miss Juanita?
I'm so sorry. This is so on point with what just happened. When you said you don't have to answer every call, I did answer my daughter's call. She's with her kids. You know, she just had this baby. And she just told me that she could not speak. Her fall, the way it's happened.
What?
I guess she.
Something happened with the connection.
Okay, there she is. Maybe we have a better connection this time because she was shaky.
Miss Juanita?
Sorry. Please, please, I don't see my daughter. Babies.
Your sound is all broken up. We can't understand what you're saying.
I'll put it in that, but please forgive me.
Now it's clear.
This energy that Nikki is bringing this morning, I don't know where you are, but it is right here present for me right now in what is happening with my daughter that I have to go see about her because she is having a fall. She could not speak when she was trying to talk to her kids. She's got to go to the hospital and get checked out, and I got to go see about what's happening with her babies, who she's breastfeeding the one. So please.
We'll keep the light on her and keep her in prayer, Juanita.
Oh, absolutely.
Please. Thank you for bringing this, Nikki. It's so on point, so on time. I thank you guys, and I'm please forgive me for interrupting.
No problem, no problem. Thank you for receiving. And definitely sending healing energy your way. Postpartum is real. And so hear her out. Definitely hear her out, because that's and understand it's a hormone. Let her realize that this is something that it happens. Like I said, it's so taboo. We be in our head until a breakdown happens.
Yes.
Let her understand it's okay. It's okay.
But we got to get her medically checked out to make sure there's no stroke or seizure activity going on, because for your words to start slurring and not to be able to speak what you're trying to say to your kids, I'm going so she can go to the urgent care or emergency or something.
Well, definitely take my information and follow me. I recently had the opportunity to experience a great friend with postpartum, to where she ended up in a psych unit for 7 days. And from it all, it was a lot of medication thrown on her. And unfortunately, that's what the system does. It gives us a lot of medication when really, in reality, we need a lot of vitamin D, which is the sun. We need to be heard. We need help. So just be mindful, but allow her to be heard. Definitely allow her to be heard.
Yes. Honor her.
Yes.
In that way.
As a mother, as a mother. Like I said, during what is it called? During the baby shower, everybody's, and then it comes heavy right after the child, where it's just like, where is everybody? What's going on? So shout out to you for being being able to experience that with her. A lot of mothers aren't able to do that with their children. So and if you can, bring her a journal. Bring her a journal. That's exactly what I was speaking on, and how important journaling is. Bring her a journal and allow, I recommend allowing people who you know for a fact goes through the seasons. I'm talking some real seasons. Give them journals, because that's the message that I was talking about. I started journaling about 2 years ago, and I like journaling. I really do. I realize I love expressing myself, but I can't express myself to everybody. You know, people will take that and they will use it for different reasons. So I started to journal intentionally. And now it's just like, oh, I can't wait to tell my journal. You know?
Thank you. Thank you.
Um,
Thank you. Thank you.
And
no.
even if it's not in words, even if it's in for her right now, even if she just scribbles, whatever the mark on that paper, you know, support her being free to express that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please forgive me for interrupting.
No. Oh, no worries. We love you. We support you.
I'm going to sign off so I can go ahead and
All
be
right.
here
Keep
for
posted,
her.
please.
Thank you for your
Okay.
prayers.
Much
Love
love.
y'all. Thank you, Nikki.
So back to journaling. Journaling is a great way to be mindful of your seasons and be in control of your seasons, because I had to realize recently that when it came down to, I've been journaling for years, and my season, August, like I said, in August, I don't know what happened. I decided to do a raw fast. And during that raw fast, I'm also a content creator. So I was doing a lot of content on the raw, explaining what I was doing, making sure my significant other wasn't trying to break the rules of the raw fast, focusing on a whole bunch of stuff and not realizing you're not doing anything for you during this raw fast. After the raw fast, it felt like so much release happened. I felt like I was going crazy. I was literally having a fall. And I did not understand what was happening. Why was I having, I'm a vegan. So to be a vegan and then go on a raw fast, you're expecting to get off the fast full of energy and just like a let's go mode. What's going on? I feel like I want to cut off my locks. Like, what's really going on? And then I had to just keep writing. It gets to the point now where I had to realize, you all, I go back and I read my writing. I take time. One of the things I enjoy doing is my significant other, he's a writer as well. He journals. Mind you, we just started this. I didn't grow up with a journal. I feel like I had a diary, but I seen it on the TV. So I was just like, oh, I want a diary. But I didn't keep a diary. So now we both journal. And so we even make it a little more intimate where once a month, which is usually the first day of the month, we'll sit down and we get to pick a page. Like give me a random date and from the previous month, and I'm going to read that journal intro to you. And he's going to read his to me. And then we kind of process, you know, why? Because a lot of my journal is a lot of my significant other. I spend majority of, you know what I'm saying? So if you have kids and you spend a lot of time with your kids, 9 out of 10 times you're gonna be journaling a lot about your kids. So it's like a way for us to also have an intimate moment with each other. Like, wait, you didn't even talk to me about that. That's how you felt. That's how you perceive that. Also do it with myself. I had to realize at the end of each month, I was having a little mini meltdown. I had to realize in my journal, at the end of each month, that's when all of my bills was coming out. I just so happened to have all of my bills coming out in a certain area of the month to where my journal showed me this. The reason why you keep having these seasons of meltdowns is because you need to change how you got your finances happening. You don't like to see too much red at one time. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when you start to journal, you start to control your seasons almost. You start to see, oh, wait, for some reason, every May, I'm tripping. Oh, wait, I did lose so and so in May. I never really did recover from that. And in my journal, I see I always mention this person's name. You see what I'm saying? So journal allows us to really free ourselves, learn ourselves, and in a way control our seasons. And so that is my conclusion in a full circle. Understand that the fall can also be a fall. Sometimes it looks like that. It looks like harvest season. to where you have to sit back and sit on what you got. Journal it out. Express yourself. Because eventually when summer and spring come around, you look good. So
yeah. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, beloved.
no
That's
problem. No
wonderful.
problem, no problem.
Wonderful.
Like I said, everything divine, because your reading don't have a pity party. It was just like nobody want to hear every time I'm gonna be honest, nobody wants to hear every time you have a meltdown. I had to realize that my significant other doesn't want to hear every time if you have a child, you don't want to hear every time that child has a meltdown. You want that child to eventually learn how to control themselves or control how they respond. So that pity party reading was just like, I'm here for it.
Thank you so much, my dear. Any comments? And I'm gonna start off. So interesting about the journaling and how if you look at what months that there were significant falls and how you responded. Mine is October, and that I am here in Detroit this October. It's the month that my eldest son transitioned, and early on when I used to journal when he transitioned, I would be dry. I mean, I would literally, when I sat down to write, remember that I'd get lost getting home. I get turned around, just things just were topsy-turvy during that period. And in my journal, when I started reading it, that I was lost and I was a block from the house or I misplaced things. What I did is I set my intention for maybe the next season in October to have a different experience. And so it's, it's like a peak. There are mountains and then there are valleys with it. I'm enthused to see how I will be this season here in Detroit. But I should say, and just have a different loving and support team too around me that I'm used to having at home. So that in itself is just, I'm grateful, and I'm just like really, really grateful to be in this circle, and this circle has expanded out into so many other places and spaces in my life. So yeah, so important to journal. I live by it. I looked in my storage. I have so many pads and where I've journaled for the last 30, 40 years, literally, and trying to determine if I should hold on to them now or release them. So I'll be making that decision this month.
I do want to make a comment and say when it comes down to releasing of journals, there was a journal I realized, okay, I had to release because it was started in the beginning of my journaling, and I realized it turned into a goal. It turned into like I'm upset with my significant other book. So literally it was just like I was only writing in it when I was upset, and I was like, oh wait, this needs to be burned.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
really had to release that.
Right. And have you noticed when you journal sometimes when you go back and read them, like when you and your beloved share, that if you think in that moment, if you had to rewrite that it would be written the same way. And that to me is so amazing because it's a different time and space and there's different energetic around it. But still, I've even tested myself, like write about something that comes to mind and maybe remembering that, and then go to the journal and it's almost verbatim the same words, how I processed it. So just, interesting to look at your process, and always, stay in the loving with it, no matter what. Yeah. Anyone else like to tune in and share? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Mama in the house. Yes, dear heart.
Greetings.
Oh,
Greetings, beloved.
she's out there on the moon.
Yes, she
Yeah,
is.
I'm out there. I'm out there right now. So first of all, I'd like to say greetings, Elizabeth.
Greetings.
And also thank you to Nikki for sharing her gifts with us. I just wanted to talk about my fall yesterday. It happened in my bedroom. So I was I was getting ready to, submit to the fall and change the wardrobe out. And I took out my winter clothes and I was like, why don't you wash them and then, launder the summer clothes and put them away? So my room became a disaster. And I really had this goal in mind to set my room, to change things around. And I spent most of the day out of my room because I didn't want to look at the things that I have acquired in life. And finally I got to laundering my clothes, and I just felt better, but I couldn't go to bed until I finished my room. I changed the bedding and I would not go to bed. I didn't go to bed till like 3 or 4 this morning because I was still washing and putting things away, doing stuff my mom would do that I am in denial about a lot. You will submit eventually. But I like that we looked at it as a fall. And now my room, before I went to bed, and I think I slept better than I have in a minute because my room was busy. So just wanted to share that is so amazing. And also about the journaling and writing, I believe it was one of our sisters, I'll call her an Elizabeth for now, but she shared that she had journals of different topics. Was that Estelle?
I think it was Estella. Yeah.
She
Yeah.
said, and I love that because my journals are all over the place, all of them, which is me, which is good because all of us in here talk we all have something to say. And so she suggested that we have journals for specific, topics. I was like, wow, that would help organize. So thank you for remembering, but for reminding us to journal because, I just think it's important. And don't forget your beautiful pens. It's important to have pretty color pens and markers.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, we are pen girls. Yes, and markers. Yes. Anyone else?
I would like to piggyback on the having a journal for different thoughts. That is very, very wise. But you also just remind yourself, keep it healthy, keep it positive, because we can get into a frenzy and be like, oh, I have a negative journal. I have a journal that's just about something that's negative, and you don't want to give that energy to that. I have a manifestation journal, and just to share it real quick, it's literally
nice.
It's something that I've created for myself, and I literally have different like dividers right here, to where it's just like, this is my business manifestation part right here. I plan on having a lot of businesses, so I have different sections in paper clips for my manifestations. I have a journal just for it's just like my thoughts or how I perceive the day, because we perceive the days different. Sometimes me and Tim be like, hey, read your September 26th and I'm gonna read my September 26th, and we're gonna see how that argument really, how it really looks, So it's just like, journaling is such a great thing to introduce to children. I feel like if my parents would have introduced it to me at such a young age, it would have allowed me to release a lot instead of right now I'm releasing a lot. I'm glad I am finding a way to express myself, even through coloring. If you find you're not a journaler, color, paint, plant.
Yeah.
Okay, whether you a plant, well, I don't really like plants in my house. Go outside in the sun. Take that time. It's worth it to see something grow. That's beautiful.
Thank you,
So I
Nikki.
wanted to add, like, thank you, Nikki. That was awesome. But it's so funny because when I do sit down to write, they always end up evolving into gratitude.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that one is something. And then maybe because I participated, I was a docent for the Woman House 2021, and one sister drew a picture of herself every day. It was the same base, like it was like don't pick up the pen. She drew a form of her hair, her head, and her shoulders. It was just lines. And so every day it was a different color, and sometimes she scribbled in some of them, but she did it for like 30 days. But she used different colors. So if we're in a mood, maybe we can write in a red or pink or yellow or green color to signify. So when you go back and look at it, you'll see what you were feeling. And, like I was sharing before, another person, a journalist, Sister Janet taught us to journal skipping lines. So when you went back and read it, you can write down, oh, my evolution was, or my lesson was during this time, to come back and see what you did to alter or to, manifest something different in your space, in your mind space. So I think that's just really good. And coloring, oh my God, I have like 50 coloring books. My daughter told me, don't you buy another book, and I have a crayon fetish. Oh my God, coloring markers, pencils. Oh, it's crazy.
Yes. Color, because you're a colored girl.
I'm a colored girl.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Girl with colorful ways.
Yes. So on our call last Friday, speaking of color, this is what I did to my tennis shoes with Sharpies. During the whole time, this is what I did.
I don't need no more ideas, but thank you. I love it.
These are my tennis shoes, especially only for tennis. On the bottom, I have to show you guys, that is black clay. My first time experiencing playing on clay on Saturday. So I didn't want to wipe it off. I wanted to be able to look at that clay still. So that's my contribution to color and clay. Oh, that's our new coloring book, Color and Clay. So Star, welcome. Glad to see your light in the ceiling fixture. It's very wonderful. How are you today? Hey, Star. Word. What is your one word for this autumn or fall season? One word.
One word. That was 2 words. Now it's 5. Okay. I'm going to say 3 words. Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank
Oh,
you,
I
Nikki.
love that. She's so clever. Yes.
But I have to admit that coloring, I don't have a coloring book, but I do have a game on my phone and my tablet that I color. And it is very relaxing. Very relaxing. I must admit, I do not journal. I used to write poetry. Well, I still do, but it has been a while to help me keep my sanity when I was in depression. And one thing that I had noticed is that when holidays came around, because our family, my mother, she liked for the family to be together during holidays. And I would always be angry when the holidays come around and the family gathered, and I didn't know why, but I would always be angry. And so I asked God, I said, God, why do I get angry like that? And God told me that when the rape happened, it was done on a holiday and the family was gathered. So I don't get angry anymore. Once I found out the reason why and there was clarity, then I knew how to deal what I needed to deal with. And sometimes I would write things down that God would show me. And then when I come across it, it's like, oh, what was I going through then? And it helps me remember what I was going through when I read what I wrote. And so, yeah, Nikki, writing things down is very, very important because when you go back and read it, it helps you remember. Or what if you got over it and then you find yourself slipping back? Oh, then you realize, oh, yeah, I got to deal with that again because it's still in there and it ain't quite gone. But I want to thank you. You're kind of young, aren't you? You're muted. I can't hear
Muted.
you.
I said, yes, ma'am, just a little bit, but I have a very old soul.
Yes. Yeah. Very wise.
Well, yes, I could tell. I said, well, she looks like somebody that's really young. All of that wisdom coming out of her mouth like that. But thank you for coming and being Elizabeth here on our platform. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. And Empress, welcome, beloved. So glad to see you pop in. How be you?
Oh, we can't.
We can
Can't hear
barely
you.
hear
Yes,
you.
can barely hear you, sweetie.
Hear me better now?
Yes.
Yeah. Grand Rising. Thanks for being over here. I'm glad to see everyone. And peace and love and joy, everyone. So, I got one thing I'm gonna ask everybody to do is please send some healing prayers for my family. Going through a lot right there. Ever since when I got the phone with you, everything was going up. Now it's kind of going backwards again. So I gotta get a blood transfusion for my mom again. So, but it's all good. We have to embrace these challenges. So, but I am so happy to be on here. I don't know how long I'm waiting to hear from a doctor, but I just want to say thank you. Great seeing you.
Thank you.
Happy to see you, Nawili, my girl.
Happy to
My
see
sister. And all of you. Yes, thank you all.
Yes.
Because I didn't see you yesterday, so I saw all of my other loving, wonderful, beautiful sisters. So thank you.
And we love you and your
Love you.
family. And we will continue.
Love you too. And I did talk to cousin Ayaba, everyone. So everything's all good. So don't be surprised if you get some surprises. So I'm talking to you, Queen Aduni.
No, I ultimately
got take care, y'all.
And Empress, you're in what city now?
In Richmond, Virginia.
Okay, so I will officially be in DC in November.
Okay, all of us, Ayaba, and we all down here, but she normally is up in that area. But yeah, let us know. Let both of us know for sure.
Oh,
okay.
Yes, indeed.
All right, love to see you again. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Shalom.
Shalom. And Evelyn?
About the journaling, I struggle to journal, to make the time. There have been different parts of my life when, like if I was catching a bus and I would stop in a Coney Island and have breakfast, I would journal. And I've looked over those journals and I to sit down and take the time to write my thoughts. I'm more apt to do it now when I would just want to empty my brain because I realize I think too much sometimes and yeah, I have too much up there and I need to get it out. So I will continue to . in my endeavors to journal.
The guy gave it back to him.
How can we support you?
Some experts believe that the next one
Ooh,
will be worth more than $1 million.
I think just, knowing that mostly everyone on here journals and writes down their thoughts just helps me know that I need to get on my game, because you say how beneficial it is. And maybe, no, when I start to make the time, I get up early enough. If I just take 10 minutes and journal, I've committed to the Elizabeth most mornings. I can commit to 10 to 15 minutes to a journal.
Are you going to say something, Nikki?
Yes, I was going to recommend sometimes sleeping with a journal. I used to do it for a while. But like keeping a journal underneath my pillow, and then sometimes when I wake up, if I did have a dream or if I had thoughts when I first woke up, and something else to get into a habit of journaling is starting the journal entry out sometimes in a state of gratitude. So just writing out your I ams, your affirmations, and then get into a rhythm of it. When I tell you, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I didn't. And then sometimes I have days where I don't want to journal. And I go to my journal and I write it in there. Today, I just don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, that's real. Yes. And I have the journal by my bed. I do. I've been doing about 10 years as an appreciation, because I did the gratitude one. And then one day Spirit said, I want you to write, I appreciate. And when I say I appreciate, I mean, it gets down to like the tea bags and the fiber that they're in. I mean, and just I'm surprised that my mind even thinks in that way. You start looking at things so differently. So it takes away from sometimes like, oh, I didn't get that. I'm not that deep. I'm not that, it was that heavy. But what did I appreciate about that experience, no matter what? And it takes you to like a little deeper place. And that's a quick way to get it. I write, I appreciate. And before I know it, a page is filled. And I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm finished. And I always finish with, I appreciate everything and everyone. I end that, and then either and so it is, or thank you, God, at the end of each entry. And I always put the time, and I put the date and the day of the week. And you go to, and it's like unloading before I go to bed. It's like disconnecting from any discordant or entanglements that were present and weren't for my highest good during the day, because now I see the appreciation in all of it. So just another like little piece of the puzzle.
Oh, yeah. You write in your journal before you go to sleep?
Yes, every night. I mean, and when I say write, here is my pad. Well, this isn't the one, but this is a green pen Mama had. And sometimes I'll be writing and I look and I was like, I appreciate that chicken scratch on my pad, because it's all over, but it's my intention. So I don't judge it. I just wake and I can see I appreciate it, and it might be, oh, okay, it was something I really appreciated and I released it. So yeah, I do. So yeah, it's just, so I have a question for you guys, since Mama had brought up colors, and crayons. Do you guys remember when, crayons used to be red, yellow, blue, green. Do you guys remember when they started changing the names of crayons and coming up with azul or periwinkle, or do you guys, okay, I'm really into color. Do you remember, Mama Cat? Do you remember, Yana?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I'm not crazy.
Colors they add on there.
Okay. So this is my exercise for us. Think of your favorite color, one of your favorite colors, and I want you to rename that color. Okay, so first we're gonna just go through everybody tell their favorite color, and then I'll give you guys a moment to rename it in a description. Like, okay, so now because I like green, so I've looked at all the names they call colors.
Wait. I don't think we should give our colors first. I think that
okay, we should give the okay, let's
we
give
should have to go together.
Okay, so you're gonna think of your favorite color and you're going to rename it, and then we're going to guess what your color is. Okay. All right. I start.
We're gonna do
what? Huh?
You're gonna guess?
Yeah, we're gonna try to guess. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna say when it's your turn. Okay. You're gonna give the rename color.
Okay.
And then we're gonna say, oh, the color is, girl, you talking about hot pink, whatever. Okay. All right.
I have two colors already.
Who said that?
I said I feel like I did this exercise before because I already have my two colors.
Okay. Good. Good day, Lillie. Love you. Are you here in the world?
I'm here. I'm multitasking, working on some stuff, but I am here.
Right. Okay, groovy. So you just
welcome, Sanji.
Oh, hi. Hey, Sanji. I didn't even see. Oh, hey, Sanji. You here? Are you in? Okay. All right. So everyone think on your colors. And the rename or the remake. Okay.
You still there, Nawili?
Yes. I was just taking a moment. Okay, so who wants to go first?
Me.
Okay. Okay, Ayana.
So, I have two colors because I don't know. That's me, Gemini.
Woo!
Protection and power. And then the second color is amethyst. Easy guess.
Oh, purple.
Yeah.
Okay, and protection and power. What's y'all's guess?
I would say yellow and purple.
Orange or red?
I say red.
Black.
I say red too.
Oh, she said, what is it?
I said black.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it, Yana?
It's black. Black
Okay.
and purple.
Okay. Protection and power. I'm have to. Okay.
But I love all the colors. Everybody named.
We know
For some reason, red. I wear a lot of red unconsciously. So I guess that's a part of my color scheme too. Red. It's not like I gravitate towards it. Like it gravitates towards me. Like I find myself having a lot of red t-shirts and stuff of that nature.
And you know that's root chakra.
Wow.
Mix all those colors together, they turn out black.
We know what you did with your paints, girl.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I want black now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is it true? Is it true that you can get any color from black?
I believe so.
I believe. I like that sweater Mama had. I believe that's true. You certainly can't get it from white. Ooh, diabetes.
I had heard someone say that, so I had to ask.
Yeah.
I had to ask a colorist.
Mama Evelyn, what do you think about that, sis?
Yeah, I think you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think when you start, if you just like visualize pulling out of the the colors, like there's blues and blacks, there's purple, there's, you could, you know.
When you think of a printer, you know, well, I have a printer that's just black, but most printers, inkjet printers, you always have to, for some reason, they have to have the other colors in there for the black to work. The black doesn't work if the other colors aren't there. Which, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think though that's the makeup of how they put it together. Cause like you only have black, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black ink. So it doesn't take those other colors for black. But when they put the other colors in, number one, it's a trick to make us buy more.
Or ink.
Okay, so they make it where when this is out, you're gonna have to
Yeah.
the other color. So
yeah,
good example, but the trick of the money,
Yeah.
I know black people can make all colors.
Right.
Okay.
I think the origin is black, and the origin is black. I think the black hole, and then colors. I don't know, because we have, studying colors, like for those inkjet cartridges, the main colors are cayenne,
magenta.
No, I'm talking about the colors that they put in the ink for the cut to get all colors. There's three main colors. Right? It's yellow, red, and I think
and blue.
Cayenne. I forgot the science, CYAN.
Yeah.
I forgot the other yellow. Cayenne, and then I don't remember the names, like they've changed the names, but there are 3 ink cartridges, 3 colors that they mix with the black cartridge.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, you have your basic colors. So I don't know. I mean, I know black was first. I do know that, the black hole. That was first, but then you have your basic colors with the red, yellow, the ones that you can't make with any, that you can make all the colors with. Was that blue? No, yeah, blue, red,
yellow,
and
yellow.
Blue, red, and yellow.
Yes. Because you can make green, you can make orange, you can make purple from all of those. So boom. So yeah.
All right. Anybody else's colors?
I have one.
Okay.
My breed name is Royalty.
Is it purple or blue?
That's boo. That's boo.
It's
boo.
It's blue. It's blue.
Okay. Okay.
That's my favorite color.
Okay. Okay, so I got one for y'all. Biscuits and gravy.
Brown.
Biscuits and gravy.
Brown. Okay.
All right.
Brown.
All right. All right.
Brown.
Brown. Okay.
Is that right?
Yep. Yep.
Biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, I'm on a run with biscuits and gravy, because I don't really eat them. I think I made gravy one time in my life, and this is gonna crack you guys up. A white woman instructed me how to do it, and the gravy turned out white, and it tastes nasty. So, and that's in the last 2 years. So that tells you how worldly I am with my food. So, that's a good story. And so, the other day I was in the thrift store and I saw this t-shirt and it said, "I love biscuits and gravy." And I bought the t-shirt with intention to make Ayana's baby a baby quilt, and that will be the center square. So that's on my mind, biscuits and gravy. So I was like, yeah, that's a color. Yeah. Okay. Y'all see how creative minds run. Y'all know me. Okay. Anybody else? Nikki's going, yeah, that's my mom.
Well,
I want to hear Nikki's color.
I feel like I should go last.
Okay.
Okay, Mama Evelyn.
Well, my favorite colors is two different colors that I gravitate toward, but yeah, blinding blaze.
Blinding. Oh, I love that.
Yellow rain.
Yellow.
Gotta be yellow.
That's one of
It's
them.
it's the
Red.
other one red.
Orange.
Orange.
Orange
Mm.
and yellow. Okay.
Orange and yellow.
Yes, yes. Solar plexus and your sacral. Okay, I got it. All right.
My word is juicy.
Oh, oh goodness.
Orange.
Red.
Orange.
Orange.
What is orange?
And I just knew you were gonna say tambourine. And I was gonna be like, what color is tambourine? You know?
Nothing better than a juicy orange, boy.
Okay, there it is. Let me see. Sonji, you wanna chime in, or Lily? Lily?
Yeah. Okay. Well, my favorite color is outside.
Green.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was about
right.
blue, but yeah, green.
Yeah. I love
Green
that.
and blue, actually. I was gonna say the color of the sky and then outside. I was gonna say Belle Isle, but I was like, wait a minute. Nikki haven't seen Belle Isle yet, or me on my walk. So she
Right.
yeah. Okay.
Sonji or Lali?
Hi, this is Sanji.
Sanji.
I'm going to say, because I just Googled it, but Earth Magic.
Oh.
Brown?
Wow.
No.
No.
Yellow. Yellow.
Earth
No.
magic.
Earth
Green.
Green.
Earth.
You know what? Let me see what other terms it had.
we
Okay,
gonna-
money. Look, this is look,
gonna-
money magic.
Oh, green.
Green.
Yeah.
Green.
Okay, Earth
That's
magic.
green.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
Googled it, and it says green means money magic, good luck, earth
Okay.
magic,
Fertility.
prosperity, and healing.
Okay.
Okay. We with
Okay.
Earth magic. Okay. Thank you, Sonji. I love that.
The money does make you feel better.
Yeah, it does.
That's actually, Sonji, that sounds like a oil or a scent or something should be done with that. I love that. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Lolly, you in?
Yeah.
Really, Lolly.
Okay. I got two. The first one is love blush.
Love blush. Pink.
Love blush.
Pink.
Yeah.
Pink.
It's
Yes.
pink. And then the other one is royal cornflower. Purple.
Ooh.
For sure. Give it a little deep lavender.
Lavender, you said?
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay.
Okay. Is that everyone? Empress, do you want to send something in the chat, or can you come on?
Yeah, it sounds like she's busy.
Okay. All right. So that brings us to you, Nikki.
Wait. Did
Who?
you hear?
Huh?
Did you hear how I said? She didn't say anything, and then I said, "It sounds like she's busy."
Woo, that was a deep dive.
Yeah, there are some saying that silence is not.
It's not silent.
In silence, it's some kind of statement that you'll see sometimes.
Wow.
There's a lot of noise in silence. Something like
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I
Silence is very loud.
yeah.
Okay. Or it's like in between in music, they say there's this Indian philosophy. It's not the sound of the notes, it's the notes in between the notes that you don't hear. And that's what they say is sacred music. It says, my words are similar. She wrote something in the chat.
Similar to hers.
Okay. Is that what she said?
So her color is Protection Power.
Oh, okay.
That's the name of her color.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting that you all talked about the silence in between the notes, because when I talk to people, what they don't say is what I hear. Even when I'm in chats or not even physically with people, it's what they don't say that I hear. Quiet.
Yeah. Have you, Mama Het, been on Clubhouse? Any of those rooms? Okay, so I was invited into Clubhouse, and I don't know, by a friend of mine who's an actress, and it took me a long time to go into one of the rooms because they were up at all hours of the morning in these rooms talking. So I came in on this one room and everybody was talking, and it just overwhelmed my senses. So I didn't say anything until she said, "Oh, my friend Nawili is on," and I still couldn't get any words out of my mouth. I was just like silent, and they were like, "Is your friend here? Is she saying anything?" I couldn't even. I mean, they had filled the space. I couldn't even. I didn't. Oh, her color. Oh, her color is peace. Okay, so what color is that, y'all?
Peace. Oh, what color is
White.
Blue? White?
Translucent.
Yes, it's white.
It's white. Okay. All right. So, Nikki?
So wait, so she has
Oh, wait, she has
right,
one more.
because she had
Oh,
because the Protection Power. Protection Power was the purple.
okay. Okay. Got it.
And the Peace was the white. That's actually nice.
Protection Power.
It was purple.
Black. Oh, for who?
For Empress.
Oh, okay, yes.
Okay.
Purple.
Okay.
So my the color name is Rich Gang.
Rich gain or game?
Gang. Like gang.
Silver and gold.
Gold.
Silver and gold. That's a rich gang.
Rich gain. Rich. I say some color rich.
Black and gold?
Green and something?
Purple.
Green and silver?
Red and blue.
Royalty, so rich.
Rich.
Red, black,
gang.
and green. No, I'm just kidding.
Red, black, and green. I saw Marley hang up on that wall.
No, honestly.
Is it blue and gold?
It's brown.
Oh, okay.
So that's the reason why after Nawili went, I'm like, no, I don't want to go. And it's just like, oh, both of their colors just so happen to be brown. But yes,
That's
I
so
love
funny.
when I was young, I used to be like, oh my gosh, I love the color brown. But I used to be scared to tell people because nobody said that their color was brown. It used to be pink or red. I'm like, the color brown is so rich to me. And I think of chocolate and I think about us. And it's just like, you know, the youngness in me got to come out with the gang. Like we're all gang.
Okay, gang.
A rich gang.
Like
Rich
crew.
gang.
It's a rich.
Yes,
Yeah.
rich gang.
Rich gang. Okay, got it.
If you got periwinkle, you can have rich gang.
Okay, there it is. There it is. There it is. Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, thank you guys. You know how I like to come up with these little games. Fun. I like it. You know, that's like the youthfulness, the agelessness in all of us. That we're still open, we can just flow with something like this, you know. So I appreciate you guys. Anyone wanna pose? Oh, Nikki, I have a question. How about just tell us a little bit about your product?
Okay. So
yes, I was just getting ready to ask that.
I am the owner of Soul Connect. And under Soul Connect, because I said I'm going to have a lot of businesses, there is vitamin C gel. And vitamin C gel is sea moss that has been broken down into a gel form. And a lot of people are familiar with sea moss, but then there are a handful of people who aren't familiar with sea moss. And so sea moss allows you to receive 92 of the 102 nutrients that your body needs. Not wants, not desires, but needs. And it's nutrients like fiber, potassium, calcium, magnesium, folate. Like I said, 92 of the 102. And so what happens is you can buy the gel form. I mix it with fresh fruit and alkaline water only, or you can buy the dry moss and create your own gel. Now, the sea moss is an actual moss that grows out in the sea. It's actually called a power plant because it is packed with so many nutrients and minerals. And so a lot of people have started to hear about sea moss after the pandemic or during the pandemic, because a lot of people were looking for natural ways to boost their immune system. And then you have a handful of people who were really just looking for natural ways in general to do things because of the vaccination and things of that nature. And so you had little old me who was literally transitioning to a vegan. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to find a way to stay energized. You know, I would receive questions like, well, how are you going to get your chicken? I mean, well, how are you going to get your iron? It comes from the chicken. How are you going to get this? It comes from this. And so I started to realize, well, they eat the plants and we eat them because, you know, to get the nutrients, but they're eating the plant. So I need to start looking into some plants. When I tell y'all sea moss found me, I decided to share on social media that I'm taking sea moss. And next thing that I knew, it was like, oh my gosh, you do this? And it was like, yeah, I do this. And then I realized I do this now. You know, my sales went out of the roof last year around this time, and it put me in a position to where I had to legalize the business, because I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a hobby. The IRS ain't gonna know nothing about this. And then it was just like, no, like, you need to turn it into a business. And I'm glad that I'm able to, because I make it a mission to tell people about the natural ways to heal their bodies, so much to where I've invested into different courses and information to where I can gain my knowledge and then just do my own research as well, and regurgitate not just the things that I have learned, but the things that I have invested into as far as knowledge is concerned. And so that is sea moss. Now, you do have a lot of people selling sea moss. Unfortunately, a lot of people are growing it in their tubs because it's so popular, but it comes from the sea. So I have mine imported from St. Lucia, wild crafted, and it is my holy grail. Like I said, I put it into a gel form. So some people mix it with their water. If you don't really care for drinking water, now you have like flavored water. I put it on my pancakes. Like when I'm making pancakes and I have syrup, I like to warm my syrup, put the gel in the syrup, mix it up, and now I have like a fruity pancake. I have mixed it in my god baby's oatmeal. I mixed it in her warm milk. It's one of those things people mix it in their soup to thicken it. If you have the original, you know, so it's one of those things where you can put it on your face. Why? Yes. Because it is packed with nutrients. Your face is an organ and it needs to be hydrated. And so when you apply the mask on, it assists with hydrating your face. You're going to put it on your face, and your face is going to start to tighten up. Yes. With the collagen and the keratin in your face. And so what happens is you take it off, your face is going to feel like a baby's bottom, but it is packed with. And when I do that, I don't put on a lot. I'm going to just say real quick, we've been taught to put a lot of stuff on our bodies and faces and this and that and this and that. But we have to realize, like, we are built different. So we're putting all of the moisturizers when in reality, our face does a natural moisturizing with the natural oils. So what I do is, once I'm done with my face mask, I don't put anything on my face. And I go to sleep. I wake up and I go about my day, and I have a natural glow. I haven't put anything on, but I love the sun. So when people see me, it's like a little beam, but I've been in the sun all day. So,
you have a website? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yes, I'll put it in the chat. And I love to say, trust nothing I say, do your own research. During the potato famine in the 1800s, they used sea moss. They found out how much it was packed with nutrients, and then they started to eat it. And that's how a lot of people stayed alive during the 1800 Irish potato famine.
Yeah.
So,
excuse me. Yeah, because I'm gonna pull it up as soon as you.
There you go.
Yeah, and like she said with the products, less is more.
Yes.
I mean,
So you have a
like,
lot of people. You have a
truly
lot of people.
is.
You have a lot of people out there. Like, okay, when it comes down to putting it on my face, so I take my sea moss gel, and because I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes I can be very lazy and just don't want to make the gel. So I put it in ice cube trays. It also lasts
Yes.
longer in the freezer. It lasts 8 months in the freezer. It lasts 2 weeks in the fridge because of the
Yeah.
added one, it's a living plant, and two, it has fruit that's been added if you desire. But when you put it in the freezer, it lasts 8 months. And I put it in ice cube trays, and I recommend because it's so convenient to just pop out an ice cube tray, put it in your water. But I also take the ice cube trays, and that's how I apply
Yes.
it on.
Yes.
That coldness is going to assist with the blood circulation, and that's what a lot of us unfortunately, like bags under the eyes and stuff like that, due to not having a lot of blood circulation, not having the collagen and the keratin in our bodies.
Yep.
So that is literally what and I do want to say I am soon to be a Yogi Bear. I am in the process of getting my yoga certification. And so what I want to do is have people be able to experience me and experience the holistic. I can come to you and have a physical like release as well as receive my nutrients. A lot of us detox, but we don't talk about we need to put back in. We don't talk about the fact that when we eat, every time we eat, we should be literally getting those nutrients. If you're not getting those nutrients, it should be a supplement. Okay, well, I take my Godi gummies, I take my sea moss gel gummies. Well, let's talk about it. If you flip the label and read it, 9 out of 10 times, the first or second ingredient is going to be a type of sugar.
Yes.
Okay. The unfortunate, I don't care if it says organic cane sugar. Guess what? It's still sugar.
Okay.
And with that being said, if you're constantly getting sugar on top of sugar every single day, yeah, you can sit it and pop it like it's candy because it has sugar. That affects your body because sugar is inflammation. Like that's how inflammation gets in the body, a result of a lot of sugar. So I don't mix mine with any sugar, but the natural flavor does come in, and it changes the game. And so that's the reason why I love not just standing up talking about it, but I love to give free samples so people can see like this is something you can mix in your jelly when you're making peanut butter jelly sandwiches. It's really one of those things you can, if you like, oh, I don't like, because some people are texture people, it's a gel. So some people don't like the texture. There's so many different ways that you can incorporate it into your children or your grandchildren or even your diet. And it's natural. That's what I take pride in. It's natural. And I'm gonna say this and be done. Okay, so I don't take the gummies. I don't mess with Goldie. I take the D vitamins that I get from Walmart on the shelf. Well, let's talk about those. Those are called isolated vitamins. So that means they have been stripped away from their original source to be broken down multiple ways in order to get it into this capsule form. And then you have to not only just take probably like one, you got to take 2 or 3 because it's been broken down and processed so much, compared to the plant from the sea moss has been stripped out of the ground, put into a blender with fresh fruit and alkaline water only, mixed up, and then now you have your sea moss gel. For those of you, how much do I take a day? I recommend take it on a 3 to 4 week basis. And that's only because a lot of our diets, and I say this because I'm from New Orleans, people from New Orleans, we could eat a lot of seafood. I'm gonna just let it be known. So with that being said, it has iodine in it. Iodine is good for our body, but too much iodine is not. So I recommend 3 to 4 times a week. But I am a vegan, so I do probably like 5 or 6 times, but I do want to say you cannot overdose on nutrients.
Yay.
Look, so I give my
your website is not typed in here. I'm trying to pull it up so we can see it.
Oh, so I put it in the chat.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I actually made a mistake and direct messaged it to Miss Evelyn. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you.
I just realized it said that it only.
And sea moss is also
that was no mistake.
sea moss is also really good for your hair. However, you really have to mix it with something else because it will be interesting to get out of your hair. But it's one.
So
Yeah.
what I personally do is get a spray bottle. Once it's in a gel form, get a spray bottle and add water into it, or any other type of natural concoction that you spray on your scalp. So that way, anything you have now is infused with sea moss.
Okay.
Instead of putting the gel, because
yeah,
oh yeah, that's the experience.
it was an experience.
What if you don't have hair?
If you don't
Put
have,
on your head.
if you don't have hair, that's okay. It's kind of one of those things. It does have biotin, so it's gonna affect your hair, skin, and nails naturally. So
Yay. Yay, yay. Yes.
Feed your scalp.
Okay, so you saying when we purchase, if we can purchase it live from you, or
yes, ma'am. So I do ship, and I'm so glad that the season is changing, because this summer was a summer like no other type of summer. We wasn't planning this type of summer when we were young. But I'm so glad that the season is changing, because I do ship. First, I freeze the order. So that way, when it's coming to you, it's going through a defrosting process. And I also wrap it in ice pellets as well. So that way it stays cool. And then I've invested into, because I realized like that summer heat was really unfortunate for me. I've invested into some insulated bags. So I put the order inside of there. So you receive it, and then you, depending on the size, either pop it in the fridge or take majority of it, pop it in your ice cube trays, put it in the freezer, and then put the rest in the refrigerator.
okay.
And
ice cube trays.
And definitely when she says 2 weeks in the refrigerator, that's real.
Yes.
Because if you try to go, it's not going to be good.
No,
Yeah.
it will not.
Okay.
It will not. And I put sea moss, like I give my plants sea moss gel water. Like when I say with the spray, because it's nutrients. It's one of those things. I had a lady when I first started, she was next door to my grandmother. Her dog had a patch that he just kept gnawing at. And I asked her, like, and she's like, well, the doctor just said it's dog eczema, and, just to be mindful of when I do this and that, da 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 da. And so I gave her some of the gel, and I said, I'm not promising anything, but I would love for you to put that gel on his patch. And she had to write me a letter to give to my sister, and was like, I need you to let her know that the dog patch is healing because of whatever she gave me. So sea moss, and I say, trust nothing I say, do your research. The fact that it's packed with so many nutrients, it's going to assist with psoriasis and eczema and things of that nature because of the nutrients. Anytime your body not operating like it should, it's a lack in some type of vitamin or mineral, and that's what they don't want you to know. Because if you knew you can go eat on some soursop fruit and heal, how they gonna make their money? So understand that your nutrients play a huge role. Children are not bad. Children are dehydrated, and they don't lack a lot of nutrients.
Tell me about it, because I'm fixing my grandson lunch every day is like, I'm tired of trying to think about it. It's so, just, yeah. That, and the fact that I wanted to just say a little story that my girlfriend, every time, I call her, and if she's with her grandson, oh, I'm stopping by McDonald's and getting him some fries and chicken. I cringe every time she says that. Does she know what she's doing? She is feeding into his skin problem, but I can't tell her that, because she's, when people are stressed out, she's working, trying to push her daughter out to be more independent, and she almost 40. She's got a lot of stuff going on, so she's just trying to deal with the best she can. But it's like,
Yeah, I do want to say that this generation, my generation, is doing a lot of falling into the easy the easy way of receiving our foods, and it's only because we are stressed out and we're on the move. So it's so easy to stop by and get this, so that way I don't have to worry about taking so and so home and not cooking and having to entertain him. You know what I'm saying? So it unfortunately is gonna come to bite us in the long run. But to share something like sea moss with or nutrients in general would assist with the mental development, because this is packed with B complexes, which affects our mental. I have a god baby who's autistic, and unfortunately I had to learn with autistic children, sometimes they like things a certain way. So even though I don't understand why she doesn't want to eat anything else besides chicken nuggets and fries, in her mind, that's how it's going to be. And unfortunately, until someone shows her or constantly, teach, you know what I'm saying? Like, give her that one-on-one time. You just try this. I do that with her. Unfortunately, her mother, fries and chicken nuggets. I said, she eats mac and cheese. Mind you, I'm a vegan, so I do the vegan mac. I said, she eats mac and cheese, really? So I recommend, when she's over here, she knows Nanny gonna pull out that water, add some sea moss gel to it, or get her milk and add some sea moss gel to it, because I can't control what your mother does, but I'm gonna make sure you have your nutrients. So it's gonna be we're gonna put sugar in the medicine.
Well, I've evolved with it, and because I don't think I didn't do bad with him, because it's like, he didn't have his first McDonald's with me. And every time and he doesn't ask very much. And he's not a fry person. He doesn't like fries very much, and not really too much meat, actually. And so giving him a veggie burger with mushrooms and peppers and uh, um, onion, sauteed in some vegan butter, whatever, is great to him. He loves it. And the salad, oh my God. And last I fed him grilled cheese. They were out of my vegan cheese. I was so mad. But anyway, and tomato soup. He loves Trader Joe's low sodium tomato soup. Sheena said he ate all the tomato soup, because see, he's starting it. But yeah, I need more stuff that he can just grab and snack on. And plus I'm working on teaching him in the kitchen. He knows a few things, but he needs to know more.
Yes. That's going to be so much fun for him. I mean, I'll shoot you some recipes I used with my boys when they were younger in the kitchen.
Please.
That to this day, they still, that's his go-to, and he's 41, and he still remembers, like some of those things. Yeah. And it's so funny, they did this study in the 70s of children and some of the symbols that they react to. And one of them was the golden arches. You know how many golden arches are in our community. So they're automatically programming, just by that symbol that they see. They're sitting in the car seat and they recognize the golden arches before, a ankh, or, just an example. But that too. So we get to do some work. Yeah. Cool. Thank you, Nikki. Any other questions? Because I know we're at a 10 o'clock hour, or comments for our beloved. This has been groovy.
Thank you.
It's been great.
I'm glad you have the sea moss at a reasonable price and good quality. And you said they grow it in their bathtub? Oh, Lord. You just be doing anything, huh?
Yeah, some people grow it in their bathtubs or their pools.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, she's like, no.
It might be missing a few of the nutrients that it needs out of the pool in the bathtub. I don't know about that.
You know what they do in the pool.
Man, exactly. Precisely.
Well,
so I can't wait to support you because I was just looking at a website. They were definitely like $40 for 2 ounces
Yeah.
of sea
People,
moss. Do you care about our health, or you like, wow?
Yes,
unmute.
the market is very, very saturated. And so it's just like when
Yes.
I see some people's prices, and I heard Atlanta prices are really, really high.
Oh,
But
wow.
it's kind of one of those things where it's just like people are
You
out to get their ducats. And
Yeah.
that's why I started selling the dry, because when people get the dry and they realize how easy it is to make this stuff, they're gonna
Yeah.
be like, wait, hold up. Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yes. So anybody who orders the dry, like from Nikki, and you don't know how to do it, I enjoy that process. So, I'm on this end.
Okay, cool.
It's like we could have a sea moss party. And I got elderberry. I got some stuff up in here. So
Okay.
yeah. And we could buy it from her. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so excited.
Support Black business. I love it.
So
Nikki, what is elderberry?
So elderberry is a berry that grows out in nature, and it's really known for its rich antioxidant properties. And so a lot of people tend to use it during this, I won't say this time of year, but during cold and flu seasons, because it's going to assist with those symptoms.
It's great. A great herb to have.
Yeah, I've made it myself. Yeah.
I have a big
what
bag
is
if you want some.
Yeah.
So,
No, we
You have a-
it all.
you have a what?
I have a big bag if you'd like some. I brought it from home. Well, from LA. Home is everywhere.
Really?
I can't wait to get back to New
would
Orleans.
like to make me a little batch so I can give it to myself and my family.
Yeah.
Good.
So thank you, my beloved.
Wait.
Yes. Who's that?
Nikki.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the start? What is the advantage of mixing the elderberry with the sea moss?
So the sea moss is already an antioxidant, but it would be equivalent to mixing orange juice with your I don't even, because when people think orange juice, it just adds more to it. It makes it loaded now. So for example, if I'm drinking tea and this tea is already assisting with memory, if I add my sea moss, then now it's a loaded tea and I have all of those nutrients on top of what the tea is already doing for me. So when I add elderberry is rich in vitamin A and C, I think it is. So now the fact that sea moss already has that, it's just boosting it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have some people who do just elderberry syrup, so elderberry itself is like a tea that can be drunk just by itself. But when you add the sea moss, it's like a loaded tea now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And not the store, but oh my God, the store bought. I saw the first ingredient, sugar.
Yeah.
I was like,
but I am an open book. I do have my I love questions. I do, because I feel like that's how people understand things. They ask questions. So never hesitate to shoot me a text message or a call, with questions when it comes down to sea moss.
Hey. Okay. Oh, thank you, dear heart. I love you. And so we are going to close out. So if everyone wants to, okay, so tomorrow's Grand Rising, Elizabeth Show, Purpose and Passion with, Queen Aduni, Danny, and Lolly. Special guest is Sky Covington in the house. Oh my gosh, y'all, a treat you do not want to miss.
Right, and along with the satin dolls.
Oh, okay. Oh, and the satin dolls. I'm like scrunching my eyes.
These are award-winning sisters that come on in there. They're like Nina Simone. They're
Etta.
Yeah, Etta James. I mean, they got it, and they are bad in and of themselves. So them singing their songs, I'm telling you. So join us tomorrow, and we're gonna have a wonderful time. Nikki, come anytime. You don't have to be a special guest. You are a special guest. Each one of us are all the time.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And one more thing, Sunday is my inaugural class, yoga class here in Detroit. Finally, it will be here at the Heidelberg. Without a doubt, I will not be teaching outdoors. I will be indoors in the gallery. You need to go on the Heidelberg site to register for the class. Yeah, so it's a class Sunday, 10 to 12. We'll have Redbird tea and vegan cookies afterwards for a treat. Yeah, come and hang out. I think it's $15. If that's a concern, let me know if you really would like to come, because the gallery's only so big and I want to make sure everyone has space. Okay, so live in person yoga now with me. All right. So thank you. Love you guys. Unmute yourselves so we can hug ourselves and say our ashe. I love you. I love you. I love you to yourself.
Give yourself some love.
Yeah, big love, big love, big hug. And to the world, we love you.
Send that love. Send that love.
Yes, yes, yes. Love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Yes.
Okay.
You
You
guys,
too.
love you. All righty. Peace.
Peace.
Absolutely.
Okay, take
Thanks.
care, everyone.
Thanks, Yana. I appreciate y'all. See you guys.